Hi, Sarah. How are you?
Hi Sally, I'm great. How are you?
I'm really well, thank you. How's life in Northern Ireland this weekend?
It's sunny in Northern Ireland this weekend, which you would hardly believe because it was so wet most of the week. What
A
about you?
bit like North Wales. It's
Yeah,
really warm.
we're gonna maybe hit 20 or 21 today, so I think you're gonna be a little bit warmer than us, though.
Yeah, I think we're forecast about 25, 26. So,
That,
whew,
that's hot.
it is warm. It is warm. And how are you enjoying our 50 new starts for our big
I
birthdays this
I
year?
I'm loving them, Sally. I am loving them. It's a lot, but it's really fun. And I have to say, as I was on the Zoom call last night with Across the Pond, and they were asking about it, and I said to them, it was really good to have a partner in crime to be doing this challenge with.
Definitely, definitely. I think it keeps you going, and there's a little bit of competition, Sarah, because certainly there was something we started together, Christmas ride, and I wasn't very happy with mine, and I threw it to one side, and then you finished it, and I picked it back up and got it done. So thank you. It's
Welcome.
it's encouragement.
I'm not competitive at all, but I have to say that I watch your numbers and you're always a couple ahead of me, and then I catch you up, and then you're on another couple ahead of me. I just can't catch you at all. We're pretty close, though. We're pretty close.
When we get to 50, we'll be at the same spot.
We will.
Starts of you are you up to then?
I have 35 now, and number 36 will be tomorrow. So, 35
Yeah.
now. Yeah. What about
And
you?
I've done 37.
Yeah, you see, it's
So
that two. You're always that two ahead of me.
yeah, yeah. But I think that only leaves what? 13 for the rest of the year.
Yeah, I think that's
But
a pretty good place to be at, do you?
yeah, yeah. I think certainly the beginning of the year when we were doing the Brenda Gervais love notes, we did a few of those, didn't we?
Good.
So that was really key in getting a few smalls done that
Yeah,
we could finish as well. So because I've had 19 finishes.
I've had 22, so no, no. I counted before we came on, and I thought 22, that's really good.
That's awesome. It is awesome, and I think when we spoke about starting this project, it was probably around this time last year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We started the initial conversations, and it was very much, um, I said to you, well, how many starts have you had already this year? And I think, we realised it was achievable. It was
Yeah,
achievable because we both stitch a lot, don't we? We're
yeah,
both
we do.
quite prolific stitchers, and we love stitching. And love a variety of projects as well, not
Yeah,
just small things, but
yeah.
also bigger projects too. So yeah, I think that's where you'll see me slow down now that I've got some big projects that I've started and I've got coming up. So
Yeah, I do
um,
too. I have a really big one tomorrow, which I don't think I told you about, which is a modern folk embroidery, fancy and ABC. It's
oh
just,
yes,
it might possibly be the biggest thing I've ever tackled. So,
yes,
but
yes,
I'll get my wee start in, and then
yes,
we'll see how
yes,
it goes. But yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. And I think I just have to say, one of the things I've really liked best about this, and this was your idea, was to add some prompts in.
Yes, it's been great, and it's been fun to try to meet those prompts, but it's also given us a link with our viewers, I think. So thank you to
Absolutely.
everybody out there who provided those prompts for us. Some of them are quite a challenge. Like I didn't know that it would be really hard to find something with under 500 stitches. I didn't realize how difficult
Yeah,
it was going to
yeah,
be.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
I think we managed that one, didn't we, with
that's one of the strawberries.
Pillsbury
Yeah.
strawberries? Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So I
But
think we're really grateful to.
I counted an awful lot of projects which were like 700, 800, and just couldn't find one to meet the 500. But it's been a really fun way. All of the prompts have been a
It
fun
has.
way of engaging with the viewers, and also challenging us to look at our stash and see what we've got in
Yes,
there that might
yes,
meet some things. So
yes. It's been wonderful. So thank you, everybody. Just the challenge has been, and I think that we probably will admit there are a couple that neither of us will have met, but I think on the whole, I mean, Sarah, I think you've done far better than me um,
Yeah,
at
I
linking
even found a
yours. And I
penguin
think,
and
yeah,
I found a
I think it's
penguin.
the alien. I think there's the alien that's got us both a little bit, hasn't it?
Yes,
That's
it doesn't fit naturally, I think, in either one of our styles, but
no, we're quite primitive, aren't we? And there's not many aliens in kind of primitive.
you just keep your eyes peeled on the rest of your projects, and you never know how you might be able to interpret it.
Just stick a little alien in at the bottom
Yeah,
somewhere. And so we are nearly there. So we're in August now. So we've got a new start together,
we do. Yes, I'm excited about
and
this
in
one.
August.
I am.
Yeah. So you've got modern folk embroidery tomorrow, and then what else have you got
Yes.
for the rest?
And then I've got our start, and then I have one more after us. Our start is Autumn Bee.
Autumn tea.
I love the color of this. I love it.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I'm just debating. I have a lovely kind of pale purple fabric,
Okay.
um, but I am debating whether to try maybe dye myself to get a bit more like the cover. Still in discussion on that one.
I'm not sure if you're an even weave stitcher, but I found this one.
Oh, lovely.
And
Yes, that's just like it, isn't
yeah,
it?
it's really
Just
good.
like
It's
it.
Antique
Yeah.
Violet from Zweigart. It's
Mine's a little, yeah, mine's a little, didn't take it out of the bag. Mine's a Crafty Kate one. So it's a little bit more,
yeah.
it's a little bit lighter. So I think that the called for is a little bit more pinky. So I may use this or I may try and dye one myself. Depends how much time I've got between now and when do we start that one? The 22nd of August?
Oh, you've got tons of time.
Yes, yes, yes. And then I've got one more in August after that. I'm starting Cinnamon Stars,
Oh, lovely.
Plum Street,
Are you going
and
to?
I'm doing this one. It's Caroline, my friend Caroline from Austria, who is Caroline Stitch Corner. It's her birthday. So that's
Oh,
a birthday
lovely.
start for Caroline.
That's nice. Are you going to use the called for colors for that?
Yes, I so this one, Feast of Friendship and Away We Ride, use quite a lot of the same Gentle
Oh,
Arts and Wheat Dye Works colours. So actually, when I looked at it, I thought, I'm going to treat myself. So Rachel at Talking Dog Stitcher has started doing Gentle Arts. So just before Big Stitch, I put in quite a big order and got quite a lot of Gentle Arts.
well,
So
you didn't have to pay postage because you were collecting it, so that's all good.
absolutely. So no, I didn't pay postage because I ordered enough that I didn't have to pay postage.
Would be
But
free
it's
anyway.
a little pre-birthday treat, a little pre-birthday treat.
Absolutely. Well, that will be a nice one. I have one more after our autumn bee as well, and I'm going to stitch
Yeah.
Flossabilities Autumn Pillow.
Oh, lovely.
I have
Yes,
I've been collecting the pillows that Lauren has been releasing this year, but I haven't found a way to slot any in yet. So,
oh,
yes,
that's a
I
good
so into
plan.
this one. So, I'm really looking forward to starting this one. I know I'm going to find
Ah,
it hard to leave this one alone whenever I do start. So,
I think
that
it's not huge though, is it? So I think that one will
no, it's
be
not. Yeah, it's not. I just happen to have
yeah.
a million other things on the go as
Well, there is
problem,
that. There is that.
even when they're not huge, Sally.
So talking about Lauren, so
Yes.
September. So we can talk about our plans for September. I'm actually doing a stitch along with Lauren.
Oh, lovely. And what are you
So we're
thinking?
both
Oh, yeah.
we're starting. So on the 1st of September, we're starting Away We Ride. And I think we're also being joined by Rachel at Talking Dog Stitcher. And I think we've also managed to persuade Sherry at Just So Sherry to join us as well.
Ooh.
So we have got a hashtag for this. Our hashtag is going to be Away We Stitch.
Oh, cool.
So
So
looking forward to that.
we need to invite some more of our viewers to join you as well, because
Yes,
it's
if
such a
anyone
popular pattern. I'm sure it's lurking in many a stash.
it is, it is. So if anyone's got this in their stash, and actually at Big Stitch, I managed to get some XG Designs
That's nice. Is that?
Grandpa's sleeve.
I think that's such a fabulously named fabric, isn't it? So
It is.
brilliant.
Although I do quite often get it mixed up and say grandpa's slipper. So Lauren did say to me, she was Googling for grandpa's
Trying to find
slipper.
it.
All she was getting was slippers.
Nice little
So
flat
that's my
ones.
so that's my first one for
Um,
September. What's your first one for
my
September?
first one for September is Jardin Privé, Les Quatre Saisons.
Oh,
So
these are beautiful.
I'm not attempting all of this, but I do want to do the autumn stitch. I love a bit of autumn stitching. So
Oh, and it's got an owl, and that was one of our prompts, wasn't it?
yes, exactly.
An
See,
owl.
using the head, Sally. So that
Absolutely.
is my yeah, that is my first stitch for September. What else do you
Wonderful.
have for September?
My second one is started on the 2nd of September, so the day after. And this is a fabulous, fabulous chart. I have shown this on my latest Flosstube, but this is a quacker. So this is designed by Mikael at Star Parade Designs, and Mikael ended up on our table. So your lovely friend Noreen
Yes.
came and sat on our table on the Saturday, but she was just there for the day and left kind of late Saturday afternoon. So Whitney, crafty Whitney, went and invited Mikael to sit with us. And so he came over, and I don't think it was actually until the Sunday he came and sat with us again on the Sunday, and he pulled his model stitch out of this. Well, our table just went a bit quackers.
It does seem to have
we
created a bit of a stir because I've heard a lot mentioned since last weekend on various fluff tubes.
Yeah, so we just thought, wow, what a fantastic chart. And the whole table decided that we wanted to do a quack along.
Oh,
So
lovely.
we had to then come up with a date. Well, we were all Googling away, and our friend Kim came up, realised that on the 2nd of September, I think is that Labor Day in the States, Cincinnati do a duck race. So we were like, great, that's a perfect start date. There's a duck race in Cincinnati. We'll celebrate that. So the whole table, and actually there were more than just the table. Certainly Lizzie, Mrs. Fisher Stitches, was on the next table with her friend Fiona. They heard all the quacking and commotion, so came over, and we love it too. So there's quite a few of us who are starting this one.
Yeah,
So it is our hashtag quack along.
very good. I think I could be wrong, but I think it was Dawn, from Frosty X Stitch, and she was on the Zoom call last night, so she was talking about it because I think she has the pattern too. So I think
Oh, fabulous.
she
Oh,
might.
well, I'll message her and make
I
sure
hope I'm
she's
not
joining in.
I hope I'm not misspeaking, but I think it was Dawn who said.
Wonderful. Well,
So
certainly, Laura.
it has created a bit of a stir. There's ripples of it hitting out. So that's really
Yeah.
nice. It's nice for Mikael's pattern as well, that it's getting a bit of exposure. Um,
Yes, he has some fabulous designs, and he did a couple of freebies as well for the big stitch, which we all got. So it was lovely, and he's a lovely, 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 lovely man, and very talented stitcher. We also saw some of his other model stitches of things that he was designing, which were beautiful. So it is wonderful, wonderful to support him. And I mean, quite a few of the ladies, I think, are stitching it are doing it monochrome, but I have a little plan. I have a little plan.
the plan.
Um, well, I might go a bit crazy, and I kind of raided my Roxy floss,
Oh,
and I'm certainly warm and fuzzy and peach out, so kind of some
okay.
yellows, and actually there's some flowers in there with some, which I can do green vines. So I think I'm just going to go colourful.
Wow.
Yes,
Well,
yes.
watch
So
this
really
space.
excited,
That's good.
really excited about that one.
Good. My next one is going to introduce another little bit of Christmas. So this is a freebie chart.
Oh, lovely.
And it's a Crochet A Go Go. It's called Rouge Gorge, which is red throat, but I assume that's a name
Red breast.
for the red
Same.
breast. Yeah.
Yes.
So
Oh,
I
lovely.
really love this little one. So So it is a freebie, so you'll all be able to pick it up and join me if you want. I will make sure that I have all of my starts linked on my regular Flosstube. It's a bit difficult for us to do all that linking on
Yes,
this one.
yes, yes.
But if
We won't
anyone is
on.
interested in our starts, then we will have the links on our own our regular Flosstube episodes.
Yes,
So that is a little bit of
that's a
Christmas
beautiful
in
one.
October. Yeah.
Well, and then my next one, I haven't got a date for this one yet. This is a bit of a last minute entry. This is the Modern Folk Embroidery
Nice.
exclusive for the Big Stitch. So Big Stitch, Big Tree, so Rotherham 2024. And I do, this is lovely, really, really lovely. I have I bought some cottage garden threads at Big Stitch from Rachel Talking Dog Stitcher. So haven't decided what color I'm going to stitch it in yet. Probably not red. There are other colors I've got, or what fabric, but yeah, adventurous. But I love that one. So that's a
So Laura from Cotton and Clay, Laura had started it on her latest Flosstube, and she's going
yeah.
all out with the color. So she's
Oh
got
yes,
lots of color. It's going to be
yeah,
fabulous.
that would be lovely. And then I don't know if you've watched Mad Morty and the Brom.
I
The
have.
Brom started it at Big Stitch, and he was stitching it on 10 or 11 count, I think. So it's
Oh,
really big.
wow.
It looked great. And then we had a picture of him next to Whitney, Crafty Whitney, who was doing it on 40 count. So hers was tiny and his was massive. But it's yes,
Isn't that
it's
lovely
I think it's
variety?
been
So it's good to see, all things in all different sizes, different flosses, and
and
different ways
how
of
people are creative and use their creativity. That's what it's all about, isn't it?
yeah, absolutely. So
Yeah.
my last one for my last one for September that is just for me. It's
Oh
not
yes,
a
yes.
start. Is it's a Mirabilia, and I've never stitched Mirabilia,
Oh,
so I need
I
to.
haven't either.
Yeah, they're not. I always think should I? Will I be a real cross stitcher when I do, when I do stitch a Mirabilia? But in all honesty, they're not really something I would always put up. But I did find a little freebie on their site, and it's called Cherub with Tree. I'm trying not to get too much there.
Ah,
You see
she's
her?
pretty, isn't she?
Yeah. So I
Yeah,
thought I would give her a go. So she's quite
yes, why
small
not?
for a Mirabilia,
Yeah,
and and she's pretty full coverage. But I really liked her, and my mum was very fond of angels and Christmas angels and things. So I thought I'll stitch this one for my mum.
yes, she's lovely. She's
Yeah.
lovely.
So I thought she was cute. So I don't know, there's a lot of Heineken beads and things that I'm not used to, but we'll give it a go.
It's an experiment, isn't it? It's a
Yeah.
test, and you might, yeah, yeah. Well, and then we're both stitching the last one for
Oh, no.
September.
Do,
It's
do,
the
do, do,
birthday stuff. And we're going to
do.
both stitch Americana Blue. Yay! I think this is a lovely one. I think that the things I really love about this, it is my light's not great there, a celebration of stitching. I think you can see the 23 on yours. I think I might put 50 there. Are you thinking?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thought that
yeah.
far ahead, but yeah, that's an idea.
But I think, and I am going to stitch this in a blue. I think I've got a cottage garden thread that I'm going to stitch that one in. What color are you going to do it,
I'm
Sarah?
going to go red because
Ooh,
just because I know there is an Americana red pattern as well by
yeah,
October House, but I like the blue design better. But
yes, I did too.
red, so I'm thinking of Louisiana hot sauce
Oh,
on speculas. See?
oh,
Some
lovely,
Roxy floss, so their linens, and that's a week's floss. So
lovely.
I think I'll do. And I love the different borders. I love that it's not one
Yes,
single solid border. I love
yeah.
this bit and different
I
pieces.
love the quilt,
Yeah.
the
Yes.
quilts on it. I love the quilts.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to do mine. So this is a fabric from Those Missing Stitches, which I got in an exchange and across the
Mhm.
pond. exchange from Catherine. And I think I'm probably going to go with La Belle from
Beautiful, beautiful.
Cottage Garden Threads.
Is there
So
much
that's, yeah.
variegation in the thread? Can't see it really. Is there much variegation? Some of the cottage
Um,
gardens have lots and some of them don't. So
yes, not a huge amount. There is some. There are bits where it does go lighter, but it doesn't go terribly dark. So, but I just think I've tried a couple of different blues, and I think with the fabric, it's just a bright blue. I think the called for is blue jeans, weeks dye work blue jeans, but it just looks.
yeah, on that fabric, your choice is
This is
much better.
yes, 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 yes. So that's what I'm thinking at the moment. I might change my mind.
Yeah,
Something might come along,
got a
but
little bit of time before then to
yes,
finalize.
we've got about 6 weeks, haven't we? Oh goodness, 5 6 weeks, and I'll be 50, Sarah. It's a little bit scary.
Just younger than you for a whole few months.
Oh, you're getting cheeky
I
today.
know, I know. So we would
I
like
think
lots of folks to join with us to stitch Americana Blue for Sally's birthday. So this is October Fibre House pattern. And if you've got it, if you've already started it, please just join in with us. Use the hashtag Fun for 50 Sal 2024 and tag us on Instagram so that we can see it because the hashtags aren't always great at the minute. But yeah, we would love if more of you were to join us for this one. It's always fun when we have
that's
more folks stitching along.
yeah, so that's the 26th of September. And I think we also said we'd do a hashtag Sally Stitches Americana for 50 as well,
Yes.
didn't we? But actually join in if you've got the red or the blue charts, either is good. But also if you've got, there's quite a lot of sewing things on there as well. So if you haven't got the charts, but you'd like to join in, perhaps find something that's sewing themed, because that's what's brings us together, and it's certainly what's brought Sarah and I together, which has been really wonderful. So
It would be a great one to just choose little bits of as well. You don't have
oh
to.
yes, oh yes, I think to do little gifts, maybe little table presents for a retreat, just stitching a little sewing machine or the little pin cushion. I think that's a
Versatile.
great chart.
Yeah. Nice choice
Yeah,
for your birthday, Sally.
thank you. Now I think we thought we'd tell you what we're doing for the rest of the year for the charts that we're doing together.
Yes.
um yes, and then in our regular floss tubes, we'll tell you what we're doing for October, November, and December when we get to it. But we have picked another chart for October, one for November, and of course December, which is Sarah's birthday start. And we're not going to change those. So we thought we'd tell you about those in advance so that if you wanted to join with us, you could.
Yes.
So, Sarah, what are we doing in October?
In October, we're going to do Plum Street Samplers Home for Christmas. We both love this, don't we, Sally?
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. I remember my friend Alex has it as well and is desperate for me to start it so she can start it with me. So, yes, I love that one too. And I haven't thought about fabric or thread or anything for that one yet. That will.
Because I've had it kitted since before we suggested doing this. So I think I have it kitted in the cold for mostly. So
Ooh. Oh well, I might try and get some. It's winter brew.
it's only
Mm.
5. Well, I don't have I have the threads, the cold for threads, not the cold for fabric. But there are four
It's only
DMCs
9.
and 5. Yeah, 4 DMCs and 5 fancy flosses. So it's not too bad.
Yes, not much, not much, not much.
So that's a nice one. What about
Yes, and
what are
then
you going to do in
well,
November?
November the 1st, we are both going to stitch Black Sampler November. And the reason we're going to do this is we were kindly gifted a chart. Both of us, Mama Loves You GB, Michelle, got in touch and said, I'd love to gift you both a chart for your Fun for 50 Sal. Pick one and let me know. And we had a little conflab and we decided that we would both really like to stitch Nessie Mitchell.
Love
And I think
this.
you've got a printout of it, haven't you, Sarah? So this was the one that we both really, really liked. And we thought, great, we can make this our November stitch. So we'll do it for Black Sampler November. So that's our November the 1st start. And I'm sure there'll be lots of you who are joining in Black Sampler November. So if you haven't already got an option and are trying to decide what you'd like to stitch, come and join
Yeah.
us.
Check out Michelle's options because she's got other options other than Nessie Mitchell as well, which would be
Yeah,
fantastic for Black Summer.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I
I
absolutely
did.
love this border.
It
I
is
can't
beautiful.
wait to stitch that border. I think it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
So,
I stitched, is it Marianne Kettle, Be Not a Dunce? I did that for Black Sampler November last year. Really good fun. I really enjoyed that one.
that one in my stash waiting. So yeah, really looking forward to it. So thank you so much, Michelle. Thank you for your
Yes,
kindness,
thank you, Michelle.
birthday wishes. We really appreciate it. And we're looking forward to making this start in November.
Yep. And then December, December the
December.
8th. Someone else will be joining the Big 50 Club.
I will, yes, I will. And I am going to celebrate by stitching Strawberry Fields Forever. I know that this year this has been a really popular pattern. Sally and I talked about things last October, November time, and we decided this would be one of the birthday starts. And then lo and behold, there were, I think, two different start stitch alongs this year for this one. But anyway, I haven't got to it yet. I've been waiting patiently and I love it. So this is Strawberry Fields Forever. You can join us. You can start it if, like me, you never got around to any of those stitch alongs. Or if you did get around to those stitch alongs and still have some stitches to put in, then December is the time to come and join us and stitch a little bit more. I'm going to go pink with this one, Sally. I'm
Oh,
going to stitch on a pink blush
oh,
fabric.
lovely. That will
So
look beautiful. That will really bring out the
threads
pinks and the reds.
really work.
Oh, yeah.
And sorry about the
Oh, lovely.
mess of my threads, but they work really nicely.
They do, they do. And I've got already got quite a few of the gentle arts from other projects that are in this, that are all in other projects. So I've not got it kitted up. But
so
yeah,
I'm really
it's
looking.
going to be a lovely one. I think there's a few places I know. I saw it stitched up at Elaine at Ellie Welly Stitcher's house. She showed it to me, and she did point out a couple of places where there are things that you might wonder, is there a missing strawberry or a missing leaf? So we'll have a chat about that nearer the time. But it looks beautiful stitched up. She had it up on the wall framed, and it was lovely.
Lovely. I've seen lots of folks stitching it, so it's
Yeah,
keeping that alive, you know, that oh, I want to do that, I really want to do that. So it's
absolutely.
good to be excited about your stitch. You have to have
Yeah.
a stitch you really love for your birthday stitch, don't you? So
Yes, and I have to say, if you hadn't have picked this one for your birthday stitch, I would have done.
sorry.
You got
You're
in
getting
first.
to
It was
stitch it anyway.
fine.
You're getting
It
to
was fine. I'm happy. I'm happy with all my stitches. It's been really, really wonderful. Really enjoyed doing it. It's yes, and I think it's brought so many people together because so many people have chatted about it. So many other floss tubers have mentioned us doing it and have joined in with a stitch here and there. It's just been great. I think that the sense of community has been wonderful, and
And that's what
I've
it's about.
really
It's
enjoyed it.
not actually about the 50 stitches on the pile. It's about connection. It's about my connection with you, connection with the viewers, connection with other people who have joined us. Light, when we pitched
Absolutely.
Barbara Anna's Light, that got such a fantastic
Oh,
reception. Everybody loved to be able
yes,
to join in
yes,
with that one. So,
yes, yes.
and so that's, the community part of it has been the real blessing, hasn't it? So,
It has. It has. It's been wonderful, and I've loved getting to know you better, Sarah. And it has been great. Really enjoyed it, and so thank you to everybody that supported us and commented and you know kept us going and gifted things to us to help us along the way. It has been really wonderful.
it has. It's been great. I'm so glad you talked me into this.
I really had to twist your arm.
I needed a little bit, simmering time to be convinced.
No, it's been wonderful. So it's been great to catch up today and have a chat about what we've got coming up. And I really hope lots of people come and join in on our last few stitches. And yes, so it's been lovely to see you and have a
Going.
chat.
Have to keep us going, Sally.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Well, that's good. Maybe we could come back again and have a chat sometime towards the end of our 50, or
Yes,
maybe just after the end of our 50, because I think that would be a nice way to round things off.
absolutely. I agree. And I think, we've had a few questions here and there, both of us, haven't we? So I think if you've got a question about what we've done, or if you're planning on doing something and think, oh, how did they manage it? What did they do? Please drop one of us a line. We both have our emails, I think, below. If you want to drop us an email, or I'm Flossie Sews and Grows on Instagram if you want to DM me there. Sarah, you're Sew Me Sarah on Instagram as well, aren't you?
Um,
So
yes,
get in touch.
let us know because we would hardly recommend, I think it's fair to say, we would hardly recommend doing a challenge like this. You don't have to do it the way that we have done it, but you might want to ask some questions about how to go about it or how it feels or, anything that you want to know. Please put it in the questions and we'll try to address those at some later
Yeah,
stage.
yeah, yeah.
And thank you all for supporting us. And thank you, Sally, for cajoling me and keeping me company along the way. That's been really very special. So I
Oh,
have
it's been
enjoyed it.
wonderful. Thank you.
I hope
Good,
that
good.
you will enjoy your birthday start when you get.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't
Oh,
wait to start any of them. If I could start all 50 in one day, I would. That's just a bit too crazy, though, isn't it?
possibly, yes. Might have to
And
ring
I'm
off.
I'm already thinking, what am I going to start in 2025? And I've got I can just do whatever.
Someone on last night's Zoom call asked, would there not be any starts in 2025 then because of the 50 starts? So I thought, absolutely, there will be starts in 2025. Now I've got the bug,
Absolutely.
now I've got the bug for them.
Absolutely. And we know we can finish them.
Well,
You're nearly halfway on finishing half of the 50. That's brilliant.
yeah, yeah. My other whips that I came into the year with have been sadly neglected, but yeah, I'm doing
Oh,
very well
they
on
are.
those ones.
So how many am I asking you on the spot how many whips you've got at the moment in total?
Uh, well, I must have 13 of these then, doing the math on that. And then I probably have another 10 probably on,
Okay, so around 23. I think at the moment my whips are 19, 20.
yeah, it's
So
going to grow.
yeah.
I think the second half of the year, these projects are a little bit bigger.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
but they're so lovely and I don't mind actually. So
Yeah.
we'll just deal
Absolutely.
with that as we
Absolutely.
have to next year. So I think
I
that
mean,
was your plan, wasn't it, Sally?
I think I might have to challenge myself to 25 finishes and 25 FFOs. I've got a lot of things that need FFOing, definitely. Fully finishing. Even I've got things from last year that I need to finish. So yes, need, need to be a good girl.
Well, we believe it when we see it.
All right then.
Thank you so much for the chat today, Sally.
Thank you. It's been really lovely to catch up and to talk to everybody about our plans for the next couple of months. I've really enjoyed it.
So please come and join us if you can, and we'll catch you again soon.
Bye.